Welcome to my channel, guys. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy. And welcome to the Curious and Dark. Today, we are going to the Midwest. So we're going to the Midwest. We are currently studying the momo. And if you guys don't know, as I'm talking and telling the story, I will be crocheting. And I will be probably showing pictures also if you guys are interested. Tell me any feedback, anything you need, anything you think I need. Please enjoy the show. Thank you for the love and support.
Stitch by stitch, my fingers itch the yard.
Let's get into the story about the momo. In the Midwest, it's not really known for its monsters. It's a land of farming, rivers, small towns, and quiet nights. A place where the loudest sound is the chirping of a cricket or the slow hum of a passing train. But in this summer of 1971, a small riverside town in Missouri, something broke the silence. Something tall, hairy, foul-smelling. It didn't belong there. And whatever it was locals were calling it the momo, short for Missouri monster. That's pretty smart because I have a hard time saying Missouri. But in Louisiana, Missouri is a quiet town along the Mississippi River. In the early 1970s, it was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone. Okay, I would love to be in that type of place where everyone knew everyone. A small town. What about you guys? Comment below if you want to know. But let's get back to the story. Okay. They usually don't lock their doors, but that's their opinion. But the land around the town was a thick with woods, creeks, river banks, perfect terrain for wildlife. And hidden secrets. In July of 1971, two women were enjoying a picnic near the outskirts of town. The peaceful afternoon ended abruptly. They reported that something came out of the woods that didn't speak. It didn't roar. It simply just took their sandwiches and left behind a smell so awful and lingering in the air after disappearing. At the time, it was brushed off as a prank or maybe a strange animal. No one knew that the woods would be the first chapter of something much bigger. Okay. The legend truly exploded in the July 1972. So just a year after this. Sandwich stealiness. I mean, if it was a good sandwich, I would steal it too. But yeah, if it was a really good sandwich, come on guys, you would steal it too. But back to the story. The legend truly exploded in the July of 1962. A 15-year-old girl reported something horrifying. She saw a large, upright creature covered in thick hair, standing near the edge of the woods. What made it unfortunate wasn't just its size, estimated around 7 feet, but its one second, guys. Its head. She described it as a pumpkin shape. Okay, guys, honestly, this monster is weird. A pumpkin-shaped monster. A pumpkin, hairy-shaped monster. With a foul smell. I'm not laughing at you at Midwesterns. I'm just laughing at this creature. Where did we go wrong? Where did God go wrong? If this thing is really real, why did God invent him? Was he just like sitting there and be like, nah, I'm just gonna invent this to scare the Midwesterns? Boop. Have fun, Midwesters. Sandwich stealing momo. And he smells bad too. And he has a pumpkin head. Okay, let's get back to the story. I'm getting off topic. Okay, well, let's see where I was. Okay. Oh my goodness, it just gets better. It literally just gets better. She said it was she saw a large upright creature covered in thick black hair standing near the edge of the woods. What made it unfortunate was it was a pumpkin head. Okay. With much of its hair on its features and could not be seen except for the glowing green eyes. So it was covered in hair, and all you could see was its glowing green eyes, orange eyes. So it's got a pumpkin head and it has orange eyes. This creature has some disadvantages against itself. Okay. And its arms were holding... Well, I'm not going to say that because Daddy... YouTube would demonetize me. But let's just say there was animal abuse by this creature. Okay? We'll go past this. He was holding him. Okay, this creature smelled so foul, it made her gag. It would make me gag too. I don't even know what it was. And laugh. Gag and laugh. Then it turned and disappeared into the trees. It wasn't playful story. It wasn't a joke. The town took notice. Okay. Town is going freaking out about the momo. I would too. The momo was real. It probably is real, and it was a joke from God. Sorry, Midwesterns, I'm making jokes. I apologize. If you're listening, I apologize. Okay, let's get back to the story. As people came forward, a concerning amount. The momo was said to be around 7 feet, covered in dark, matted hair, broad shoulders, and muscular proportions, a large round head. A faceless expression and glowing eyes, and carrying disturbing as rotten garbage. Okay, that's probably why it smells bad. Okay, if you're carrying rotten garbage around, you're going to smell bad. That's just... And have you ever smelled a wet dog? I could imagine that. A wet dog and a sulfur smell. A wet dog and a sulfur smell. That is a terrible mix. I have dogs at my house, and that would be terrible. The worst smell you could possibly think. Okay, let's get back to the story. Oh my goodness, it just gets worse. Witness said the smell often arrived before the creature was even said. Others reported heavy footsteps, growling, similar to a bear. Screamings that didn't sound human or animal. Some never saw it. They only had it, or heard it, or smelt it. Y'all, I would not want to smell this creature. Okay. Reports did not say comforting, didn't stay comforting to the locals. Sightings followed the Mississippi River. Later, they appeared along smaller creeks and waterways, moving west. The pattern raised eyebrows, rivers, food. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you this. Why it's so important for this this creature is at these rivers is because there is a lot of food in these rivers, because a lot of animals come to the river to drink water. There's a lot of coverage, because they said the area that was a thick-wooded forest. So he has a lot of coverage. So he's not going to be able to see. You're not going to be able to see him very well. And, that's pretty good. If I was a monster, I would live out there. 1 second, guys. That would be prime time. And there would be a lot of game trails. If you don't know what a game trail is, it is where the animals track through the forest the most. So it basically is just, how do I explain this? It's just a bunch of animals going in the same direction. Okay. So we talked about game trails and the wooded area and why he is traveling that way. Okay, so it's like he's kind of like Bigfoot, but more goofy. Sightings, it's just like Bigfoot sightings in the Pacific Northwest. Momo seems traveling to the seems tied to the water. People reported trees shaking violently, some splashing through the shallow creeks. Tracks appearing overnight. Sometimes the creature moves incredibly fast, faster than any man could. Y'all, I would be terrified. I would be... Okay. One of the most compelling testaments comes from this person. I won't say her name. I won't say their name. Because I'm trying to respect everyone. But understand, I believe in you. One of the most compelling testaments wasn't a teenager. He wasn't a teenager. He wasn't a thrill seeker. He wasn't a lifelong local, a farmer fire chief. He was a lifelong local, a farmer. Oh my goodness. He was a fire chief, a city council member, while driving along the creek that cut through the town. His headlight caught a moment in the woods. They saw it. A upright figure, hairy, massive. Okay. When the light hit the creature, run, disappeared into the darkness. Among the incident later, he said, I thought it was a bunch of nonsense. So he was a disbeliever. That's gotta say something. But then he saw something. His statement was pointed in the South Louisiana Point Dispatch on July 1972. The article changed everything. So, it's starting to become famous. The momo. Hello, momo. Let's see if you're famous. The momo is starting to come up really famous. Okay. And then one of the newsletters picked up the story. Momo was explored into the national spotlight. Journals arrived. So did monster hunters. Okay. They're called cryptozoologists now. Or the real monster hunters are called cryptozoologists. I don't like monster hunters. I like cryptozoologists better. That's just me. Okay. Besides that, curious seekers flood Louisiana, Missouri, and 20 people posed the actual... Sorry guys, I cannot speak. Actual form armies to date mine to kill the creature. Okay guys, seriously, kill the creature? Come on. He's just living his best life. Digging through trash, smelling like wet dog and rotten sulfur. Just leave him alone. Honestly, if he's a 7-foot pumpkin-headed hairy monster, I think we should just leave him alone. Just leave him alone, guys. Armed, forced and armed. Come on, guys. They searched the woods and they found no body, no nest, no bones, only tracks. Okay, guys. They only found tracks. This creature obviously does not want to be seen. Sorry. Sip break. But if something doesn't want to be seen, There's probably a reason why. It's really probably a reason why. The footprints were sent to Louisiana. Oh my goodness, that's a weird word. It was Oklahoma Zoo. After examining the curious made a shocking statement. The track did not match any known animal. He struggled, suggested they belonged to an unknown primate species. This was not proof, but it was evidence. Some unsure had left those something unseen had left those marks. So I do a lot of research into these scenes, and if you guys have some stuff you want to see, please comment below and I will get to them. But I have a lot of research I've done, and a lot of people think Bigfoot, the momo, and a couple others are primates that we have not discovered. And I really believe in that. I really do. So, we are in a process of, in an age of new discovery. We are encroaching onto the land, and these creatures are being forced out. Once invisible, now being forced out, being seen more often because their land is disappearing. That's my theory. Sorry for spitting. But I think that's why we're seeing most of them come out now. It's because humans are encroaching on their land. Okay. My theory gone. Okay, let's go. Let's go back. Okay. As a startling slow... Oh my goodness, I cannot speak today. I'm sorry. Local musician wrote a song about the momo. It became a hit. Momo became a mascot. From 1973 to 1999, Six Flags St. Louis even featured a ride inspired by the creature. Books were written, documentaries filled with legend spread far beyond myths. Okay, he's getting fame. He's getting fame. Good for you, Momo. Okay. The sighting stopped. Oh, some say it moved on. It died. It was never real. Others suggest a bear, a weird bear. Some say, well, there's a lot of people that just don't know. Conclude. But Momo left no body, no clear answers, only a story. And some stories are more powerful than proof, because even now, people who live near the woods of Louisiana, Missouri, say that on quiet nights, when the chirping stops and the river goes still, they remember the summer where something walked out of the trees and changed their town forever. Okay. And that's the momo. So, leave a comment for any new cryptozoology creatures you want to go down the rabbit hole. I love researching this stuff. I'm probably going to rename my channel to the Crafty Cryptozoologist. If you guys like that, I might come up with better names. But I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. And stay curious. And stay out. Explore the cryptozoology world out there. Stay wild, my friends.